Okay, so what technology do you use?
I use my phone and the MacBook.
Just a phone. That's all.
And the TV.
TV?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
iPad, Switch, and yes.
I use laptop, TV, phone. Yeah, you like my iPhone.
How long do you use them each day?
It's quite bad. I use like my phone all the time. I'm constantly like looking at my phone. See, like as soon as I get a notification, I'll be like, check it. So that's like when it comes up on my phone, it says like I've been on my phone for like 4 hours in a day, but then when I'm at work as well, I'm like on my laptop.
The MacBook, not that often, just when I'm looking for certain things, and I use my phone about 7-8 hours a day.
I use my phone, I'd say, maybe an hour a day.
Are you on social media at all?
No.
Yeah.
Which ones?
Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook.
And what do you think about Twitter?
I think that Twitter is really, really bad because of the private messaging it has, and that it's not that safe. And there are some instances when there have been cyberbullying on it, which is very, very common and happens to most people.
I'm on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.
What do you think about Twitter?
It can be really toxic and people can be brutal, but I like going on it to find out news, events and see what's going on in the world.
I don't think Twitter and Facebook are that bad. I think it's more Instagram. That's probably the worst. Well, it's. I think maybe Twitter started off being the worst because you could just like make fake accounts and write what you want. But with Instagram, it's I think that is just like people can just comment what they want and it's.
Well, I think it's a good thing because people that are lonely have got people to chat to and all that. But then these horrible things that people say on Twitter cause a lot of upset, don't they? You know, with girls and that, and people getting on and harassing them and what have you. So I think in that way it's bad.
Following on from that then, do you think social media gives bullies a platform?
Yes, absolutely.
100%. Like you can make any kind of like you can make a fake account. You don't even have to have that much information. Like you can literally just make a username and you can write whatever you want. And it's
Yeah, because I think bullies are a lot braver behind a keyboard than they would be in everyday life. I think some people will say the most vile things that they wouldn't normally say because they're hidden.
Do you think Instagram has a negative impact on teenagers' body image?
Yeah, definitely, because everybody's just like you can edit pictures and make it look like however you want it to look. And I think it does affect a lot of young people because everyone's a power and that's what I see.
Has Instagram ever had a negative impact on your own mental health?
Yeah, like you look at girls that are obviously like Instagram models, people that get paid to do this kind of thing, and I'm constantly like, oh, wish I had her figure, wish I looked like her, wish I was going on holidays like her. Like you want what the other person has.
If you could change one thing about social media, what would it be?
Well, I don't think they should have the right to just be able to put whatever they can. There should be something that can stop them from saying all these terrible things that they say.
Private messaging, because there are some people that reach out, you don't know them. They reach out to 16-year-olds and even 18-year-olds who've got into trouble because of the private messaging.
I don't really know, like I think obviously like make it so people can't just write whatever they want and say what they want. There should be some kind of like filter of like you know if you write a bad comment. I think on Instagram I think there is that where you like you get banned from your account, but obviously it doesn't stop people from making like a fake account. I feel like you need like proof of ID or something like that, so people can't make these fake accounts and you can see who the person is that you're saying things to.
I'd change the way people put their lives on, which seems unattainable to younger people at the moment, all these influencers apparently having, you know, amazing lives, and it's not real. Filters, things, they make other people feel insecure, and I think for your generation it's not a good thing.
Do you know what cancel culture is?
No.
Yeah.
So do you know what cancel culture is?
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree with it?
I disagree generally, but sometimes it depends on what the person has done. But I think people are very quick to just absolutely slaughter someone's reputation online.
I don't really think it's fair, like, because obviously, you know, people make mistakes and stuff like that, and people say things, and you know, with, like, I don't agree with it. I think it's snide.
If you could remove one social media, which one would it be?
Twitter.
And why?
Because I think that's the nastiest one.
Probably would be Twitter, because obviously Instagram is like, I love Instagram. I barely even use Twitter, so I think that's the main reason. But like with Twitter, I think it is quite, like you said, it gives bullies a bigger platform as well. So I think Twitter probably would be the one that I would get rid of.
So does school teach you a lot about social media?
Yeah, we had an intervention. We have an intervention every single month. Since we've had it since year 3. I'm in year 5 now, so it's been basically 3 years of doing social media interventions every month.
Do you think social media has a positive or a negative impact on the younger generation?
I think it has both, but I think you don't realise the positive unless you need it. There's some amazing support networks, especially on Instagram, for people who are struggling with things, or people get cancer, things like that. You'll see then that they form a big network of support, but I do think it's damaging for mental health of young people, seeing all this airbrush sort of life that isn't realistic.
Well, there's good and bad, isn't there? I mean, you can talk to people easier on through social media and meet people and all that, but I think it was more, the boundaries were clearer when I was young.
I think that social media is a bad thing because there are people that take advantage of the private messaging, and it's just not really good, to be honest. It's not good for safety of some people, like 16-year-olds, even 18-year-olds in some cases.